Now let me try to come out of it and try to go to the IntelliJ and create one Java project there. And whatever thing we have discussed here, we'll practically try to implement them and then see the result. So let me try to come out of it and go to the IntelliJ and try to create one project here. So let me try to go to this Spring AI, and this is one of the project that I have created. Now go to the new and project and let me try to create one method reference project here. So let's say go to the new project and create the project for you. Let's say the project name is method reference in, or you can say Java 8. Okay, and just select the language is Java, and let's say the build system is Maven. Okay, now just create it and open it in a new tab and then wait for a few seconds. Once the necessary configuration is being done, project and start working on it. So just for a few seconds. Now what we are going to do is just let me try to create one class here. Let's say let's say the package we are going to create method reference. Okay, and let's say we are going to create a class called method reference example. Okay, or examples you can say. So this is the class we have created here. Now let me try to create the main method here. Okay, so we are good. Now what we'll do, whatever things we have discussed there, one by one we'll try to practically implement them in this class. Okay, so for the static method, what we are going to do is we have the list of numbers and we are going to use the method reference to call the println method, okay, using the static method reference. So that is what we are going to see here, how we can do that. So first of all, let me try to create one list of integers, and let me try to import the list here. So either you can create a new list, or what you can do, you can directly write the statement like arrays.asList and provide the values that you want to put in. So we are going to do the same thing here. So let's say it is arrays.asList and then just put the values here. So let's say we have till 5. So what we are going to do here is we are just going to keep the elements, let's say till 6 and 7 and 8. So we are going to put the 8 elements inside this list. Now what we are going to do is we are just going to use the for each method of Java 8, which is taking consumer as an input. So you can, if you go to this for each method, let me try to go inside it, you will see that it is expecting consumer in it, and the consumer has the accept method. Okay, so if you go to the consumer functional interface, you will find that it has one SAM method, single stack method, which is accept. Okay, and it is taking T as an argument and returning nothing. So we have to do the implementation for this consumer, like we have to pass the consumer inside it. So either you can use the lambda expression to do so. So let me try to do the lambda expression here. So we are putting this T argument and then we are just printing it out here. So if you'll run this main method, you will see the statements here. Okay, so just wait for a few seconds. We are running this for the first time, that is why it is taking the time. So you can see that we are getting the outputs here. Whatever elements are there in the list, we are just simply printing it out with the help of for each, and inside the for each we are passing the lambda expression. So at the place of the lambda expression, what we can do is we can replace this whole statement lambda expression with the method reference. Okay, so let me try to do that here. So let's say list dot for each, and at the place of lambda expression, what we can do is we can just simply use the method reference, or you can say the static method reference. Why? Let me try to tell you. So just this is the statement. Let me try to run this again, and before going to run that, let me try to put some lines here. So yeah, now just run it and then see. So you can see that we are able to print the elements with the help of method reference as well. And here the method reference that we are using is static method reference. Why? Because let me try to go inside the system class first and just search for the out. So just search for the out. Let me try to go down, and one by one I have to go. Just you can see here that this out is a static reference of print stream type. This is a class and this is the static reference. Okay, so here you can see that with the help of like static reference, we are just calling this method which is inside the print stream. Okay, so this is an example of static method reference. Okay, so let me try to comment down here. Static method reference example. Now what you can do is you can create a let's say class and then put a static method inside that class, and directly you can call that method here with the help of the class name itself. Okay, so that thing also you can do. This was the syntax that we have discussed here, that with the help of class name you can directly call the method which is static inside that class. So let me try to show you those things as well. So let's say here we are going to create one let's say print class, something like that, print class, print demo class. And inside that class, let me try to create one static method which is void, and it is just simply try to print something. So the method name is print element, something like that you can say, and it is a static method. Now just whatever thing we are just going to enter here, the same thing it is going to print here. So let's say as of now it is printing the integer that we are providing as an argument here. So let's say argument, and this is printing the argument. Now if you go to this class, what you can do is with the help of this print demo class, you can directly call the method inside it which is a static method. So let me try to show you those things here as well. So just first of all let me try to put one break here, and let's say it is, and then list dot for each, and what we can do is we can directly call the static method of the print demo class. So just come here, print demo class, and then print element, and we are good. Now let me try to run this again and then see the results. So you can see we are getting the result 3 times, right? If you see the first one, then the breakpoint, then the second one, and then the breakpoint, and then the third one. So you can see that this is also working fine with the help of the class name, and then we have to provide this to colon which is a method reference, and then you can directly call the static method. So this is an example of a static method reference. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to discuss about the this one which is instance method, and there is a 2 types, right? Instance method reference of a particular object, and then instance method reference of an arbitrary object of a particular type. So let me try to use this example and try to show you the instance method use. Okay, so what we can do is let's say we have the simple string as a hello world, and we are going to like replicate the same example here. So just come out of it, and let's say instance method reference demo. Let me try to create one string. Let's say text, and it is hello world. Now with the help of this functional interface, we are just calling the substring with the help of this instance method reference. Okay, or you can also use this lambda expression. So first of all, what we are going to do is we are just going to use the lambda expression, okay, to call the substring method, and then we are just going to see how we can use the this instance method reference to carry out the same work. So just create the function, and you know that the functional interface take two arguments. So one is the input and the second one is the output. So we are providing the input as a integer and we are expecting output as a string. So that is what we are expecting here. Let's say so what we can do is we can directly let me try to show you. So if you go to this functional interface, you will find this apply method, which is taking t as a input and returning r as a output. Okay, and this t and r that we have provided there is integer and string. So if you'll come here, you will see that. So directly what we can do is with the help of lambda expression, we can directly do the implementation of this apply method. If you'll see here, what we are doing is directly we are using the lambda expression to do the implementation of this apply method. So you can do the same thing. Okay, so this is what we are doing. And now let me try to call the apply method of the function and provide the input here. Okay, so before that, let me try to put some break here, or what we can do is we can just try to comment out, or don't comment it out. Let me try to put some breaks here and saying that instance method reference demo, something like that. So put it out and we are good. Now just run this. And then if you see that we are getting the output. Okay, and the output is it is like in the substring we are putting n as a argument here, and the n that we are putting here is, or we are providing n here is 7. That means it will try to take the word after index 7. Okay, so you can see that we have the word hello and world. Okay, so if you come here, the h is on the index 0, e is on the index 1, l is on the index 2, then l is on the index 3, o is on the index 4, and then we have the index 5 is space, then index 6 is w, after that index 7 is o, and after that we are printing the whole things. That means ORLD. Okay, if you change the index here to 6, it will take W also and it will print world as a output. So let me try to run this and then show you. So you can see this, the world we are getting here. So this is the output, and the implementation that we did here is the example of lambda expression, how we can use the lambda expression to call those things. But what we can also do is we can replace this lambda expression with the help of instance method reference as well. So let me try to comment out this piece of code and let me try to call the instance method reference at the place of the lambda expression. So how we can do that is with the help of, let's say, text. We can use this text as a instance. Okay, so this text is a instance of the string class, and with the help of that, what we can do is we can directly call the substring method and then see what we are getting. So let me try to remove this, and we are good. Now what we are doing is we are, with the help of this function reference, we are directly calling the apply method and putting out the, or providing the argument here. Okay, now let me try to run this again and then see the result. We should be getting the word in the result here in the output, you can see, and the output is correct. So you can see that with the help of the instance method reference as well, we can replace this lambda expression, or you can say that this is the example of instance method reference. And like there could be another example of instance method reference, how we have created the class here and discussed about the static method reference. The same way we can use the instance method reference as well. So let me try to create one class here, and let's say the class name is instance demo class, something like. And here you can create one instance method, let's say public void, and let's say print. So it is going to print the thing that we are, let's say we are passing the integer argument here, and it is printing out the same argument that you are passing here. Okay, so if you'll go to this class again, what you can do is you can create a instance of this class, and with the help of that instance you can call the method inside it. Okay, so let me try to show you. So what we can do is we can use this same list and try to print out the list one by one with the help of this instance method reference. So this is one of the example of instance method reference, and now let me try to reuse the above list and try to see how we can use the instance method there. So come here, let's say we have the list, and then we can put the for each, and then at the place of the system.out.println, and what we can do is we can create the instance of this instance demo class, and with the help of that we can directly call the method inside the for each. So let me try to show that instance demo class, and let's say instance demo class. So we have the reference here, instance reference or instance of that instance demo class, and with the help of that let me try to call the method inside it, which is, if we'll go there, it is print, right? So, or let me try to rename this method to the print element. Okay, now copy this, come here and just put it out. So we are good. Now let me try to run this again and then see. So you will see that we are getting the result here. So this is how you can use the instance method reference in Java 8. Okay, so this is one of the example of instance method reference. And if we'll go there, what else we have discussed? You can see that here we are discussing the instance method reference of an arbitrary object of a particular type. So you can also replicate the same example that we have discussed here. Let me try to show you how you can do that. So let's say instance method reference of an arbitrary object of particular type. Okay, so let's say this is also another example of instance method reference. Now here what we are going to do is we are going to create a list of fruits. Okay, and then we are going to sort it, and we are just going to see the result for that. Okay, so let me try to do that. So first of all, just create a list of fruits. Let's say array.as list, and we have apple, banana and orange. Okay, and then orange we have. And what we can do is we can sort it out. So just fruits dot sort, and then first we'll see how we can do the sorting with the help of lambda expression, and then we can like try to see how we can use the instance method reference at the place of lambda expression, or you can see that the uses of the instance method reference, or how we can use the instance method reference to sort it out. So just provide the two argument here, let's say s1 s2, and s1 dot compare to ignore case to s2. Okay, so s1 dot compare to ignore case, and then we have to provide the s2 here. And if we'll print out the fruits, or you can say the list, you will see the result here. Or what you can do is, before doing the sorting, you can also print out the list of fruit here. Okay, so what you can do is just print it like, or let me try to print simply. So just run it and then see the result. So here you can see we are able to see the apple, banana and orange now before and after the sorting, right? Now let me try to shuffle the list of fruits here. So let's say we are putting the banana first, orange then, and then we are just putting out the apple, and then run the application and then see. So you can see that before sorting it is banana, orange and apple, the order that we have inserted it out, and after sorting it is coming as apple, banana and orange. So the sorting is working fine. Now what you can do is, with the help of instance method reference also, you can do the same task and you can replace this lambda expression. So just let me try to comment out this piece of code, and let me try to use the instance method here. Okay, so what you can do is, you can come here, you can see that this compare to ignore case method is coming from the string class. So you can directly use that string class to call the method, and then compare to ignore case, and then see the result. So just run this application again and wait for it. You can see that we are getting the same result. Okay, so this is one of the example of instance method reference. Now these are like we have discussed about the static method reference, instance method reference, and then now let me try to discuss about the constructor reference here. So just constructor constructor reference. Now if we'll come here, you can see that this is one of the example of constructor reference. So what we are doing here is, with the help of class name and then the double colon and then new, this is the syntax of the constructor reference. This helps us in creating the new object of that particular class. Okay, so that is what we are going to replicate here. So let me try to do that. So here you can see that we are just creating an empty list, which is like list of supplier, with the help of this array list and constructor reference and the new keyword. So let me try to show you how we are going to achieve it out. So just either you can directly copy it out, come here and then paste it, and let me try to import the supplier here and array list as well. So why it is not coming? Let me try to import the array list manually. And then see, yeah, it is looking good. Now before going to use the constructor reference, I am going to use this lambda expression to carry out the work. So just pitch it out and just see what we are getting inside the list. Okay, so just you can say that the supplier is supplying us the list of a string, and here what we are creating is new list of a string with the help of this array list, and that is what we are just going to find out. So with the help of this list of supplier, we can call this get method and then see what the result we are like getting from it. Okay, so the result would be list of a string, right? So you can create a reference for that to hold this response. So let's say it is a list of string. And let's say it is response. And then simply print out this response. As of now, it would be empty because we are just invoking, or you can say that we are just creating a new array list. So before that, let me try to do some break here. So sorry, let's say it is system.out.println, and we are putting this out. Now just run this. Now you can see that we are getting this empty list because we don't have anything inside the list. So what we are doing is we are just creating a new array list, assigning that to the this list of supplier, and when we are getting this list of a string out of this list of supplier, we don't have anything here, right? So that is why we are getting the empty response. But this is a example how you can initialize a let's say a object, or you can say the Java object inside this list of inside this supplier, which is a list of a string. And this is the example of like lambda. With the help of lambda expression, we are doing the things. But what you can do is you can also replace these things with the help of constructor reference. So in the case of constructor reference, what you have to do is you have to provide the class name, and then like the class name for which you want to create the object, and then with the help of this new keyword, you can create the object for that class. So let me try to remove this, or you can say, let's say, comment out this piece of code, and let's say supplier, and it is supplying us the list of a string here, and let's say list supplier. And then what we can do is we can provide the, like we are going to create a object of the array list for it, right? So with the help of constructor reference, we can do that. And when we are going to do the like when we are going to utilize the constructor reference, what we can use is we have to provide the class name and then the new keyword. So just do that and we are good. Now if we'll run this again, still we'll get the empty list because we don't have anything inside it, but yeah, we are getting the result here. So this is the example of constructor reference. Okay, so we have discussed all the method references here in this example, and if you want me to separately cover more details on this method references through the practical implementation of the custom objects, so let me know. I will create a list of custom objects like list of employees or list of student, and there we'll try to see how you can utilize this static method reference, instance method reference, and constructor reference. Okay, so this is about the video, guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content. Thanks.